So Leonard Williams is on pace for career highs in quarterback hits and sacks. And Leonard, I wonder how much of that is a mentality difference or how much of it has been technique difference as to why you've been so successful this year?
I think a lot of it has to do with the mentality, honestly. I spent a lot of time this offseason with Richard Seymour. And, that's basically one of the main things that he wanted to go over with me is we watched a little bit of film and stuff like that. And he basically was telling me, like, I have all the attributes. I have the moves. I have the size, speed, and skill to do it. He was like, you just have to, like, tell yourself, like, get it in your head before every game to, like, make a few big plays and, just, like, get it in your mindset to just, like, dominate the guy in front of you and stuff like that. Also one thing that's been helping me a lot is Coach Spence been telling me to, like, not press it too much, like. And what he means by that is like, sometimes you like really want to get a sack and you kind of like go out of your progress and out of your progression to get a big play. Whereas like if you just play your technique like every play, then a big play will come to you.
You've been in this league for several years now, so you're playing 70% of the snaps. How many of those snaps do you think you're using to set guys up for something you're going to use later in the game?
A lot of times, sometimes you'll throw a move and it doesn't work. You'll throw a different move and it doesn't work. And then eventually you start to like pick up on, like sometimes I'll like throw an outside move and I see like how he sets and blocks it. And then I'm like, okay, next time I'm gonna like fake an outside move and like come back inside. It's just like, it's like a chess game, a little bit pass rushing. And you have to just like switch up your approach to it.
Well, it would be hard to ignore you guys are in control of your destiny in first place after a rough start. Coach always talks about the mentality of being on an even keel. Exactly how do you do that? Do you not read the papers? Do you not listen to TV and radio? Do you not talk about the standings to your teammates?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the same thing that Coach has been talking to us throughout all of OTA, Zoom calls, something that he's been teaching us since day one is like ignore the outside noise type of thing, and it's like in the beginning of the season we had to do it when we were losing, and it's like the same way now we have to ignore the outside noise when people are trying to give us pats on the back, it's just like whether it's good or bad, you really have to just cancel out what outside people are saying and just focus on the guys in the building,
You're playing Seattle this week, Russell Wilson, an MVP candidate. Give me the one trait about him that truly separates him from the other quarterbacks in the league.
That's kind of hard to say one because that guy, he's a really great player. I think his IQ of the game is just really, really high, I think. You'll see on tape sometimes where he'll do stuff that like he's literally only doing to like set people up. Where like I'll see him like scramble out sometimes and like he clearly has a running lane and he'll do like a fake pass just to like get that guy in front of him to turn around, and then now he has even more room to run. So I think he's just like really savvy, and then he's also just a dual threat guy, and he just like stays alive in the pocket. It's really hard to get him.
They are great in the red zone. In fact, I believe of their opportunities, they're like 75%, which is second best in the NFL. Is that primarily because of his savviness and his creativity, or is there something else that I'm missing?
Yeah, I think, they obviously have a lot of weapons and other guys on offense, but, the offense is always ran by the quarterback, and he's definitely the leader of that offense and leader of the team, and he runs the show, and he's definitely one of the guys that we're going to have to make uncomfortable to win this game.
What about that Carson and Hyde dual threat in the backfield? People talk about the passing game all the time, but they can run it now with those two guys.
Yeah, exactly. Those are both some really hard runners. They break a lot of tackles, as we've seen on film. We're gonna have to work hard on wrapping up and staying in our run fits and stuff like that. And like I said, if we want to get to the quarterback and make him uncomfortable, we're gonna have to be able to stop the run. We can't let them, stay two-dimensional the whole game, and we have to make them one-dimensional.
Final quick thought, Leonard. What about the 12th man in Seattle? It always hurts opponents, but it won't be there because they don't have fans. Is that to your advantage that you won't have to combat those guys?
I think so. People talk about their stadium crowd noise and stuff like that a lot, and this year's obviously been a little different. Everyone's kind of adjusting to it, but either way, they're a great team, and I don't think their crowd is gonna change that. I think we're gonna have to be ready to play a really good team.
Leonard Williams, as always, we thank you for your time. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one.